Yo, Gentleman's Guide here. Today, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret that'll make girls crazy for you. You've probably heard me talk about the wave principle, or giving and taking attention away from a girl to spike her emotions and get her thinking about you. If you haven't checked that out yet, be sure to do so here. Now, I explained that one of the best ways to apply the wave principle is by pushing or pulling, or saying some sweet words to pull her in, then playfully pushing her away with something that makes her seem like she's no good for you. Today, we're gonna learn how to use the pushing and pulling technique through body language rather than just with our words. When you learn how to combine this with what we already learned about verbal push-pull, it'll magnify the effect to the point where she just won't be able to stop thinking about you. So to demonstrate, here are 4 ways to use push-pull through body language. Number 1 is using eye contact to push-pull. Many studies show that eye contact is the first and primary way that people establish rapport with each other when meeting someone new. These studies also confirm that people use eye contact to communicate a wide variety of emotions like fear, sadness, joy, and love. It truly is the window to the soul. With the right kind of eye contact, you can communicate to a girl almost any emotion you want. So here's how I would apply push-pull to eye contact. When you meet a girl, hold eye contact with her for just a little longer than normal. This is one of the best ways to communicate interest to her. But here's the caveat. You should always try to be the one that breaks eye contact first. By holding eye contact for a little longer, this is essentially a pull. And by breaking eye contact first, that would be a little push. By repeating this cycle over and over, she'll be confused by whether you like her or not, and this confusion will get her to start thinking about you a lot. Number 2 is vocal speed. Let me ask you a question. If I were to say this same sentence twice, which way would sound more seductive and flirty, and which one would sound more friendly and platonic? Ready? Okay, number 1. So I was walking around the park and I just happened to see you here. Isn't that funny? What a small world. And number 2. So I was walking around the park and I just happened to see you here. Isn't that funny? What a small world. So again, which way of saying that sentence sounded more seductive? The second one, right? Even though I literally said the same thing twice, the speed at which I spoke made all the difference in terms of how flirty I came across. And this ties back to how to use vocal speed for pushing and pulling. Speak slowly, similar to how I spoke the second sentence. This seductive, slower way of talking will be a form of pulling. Then speak faster, which will make it look like you're being more friendly and platonic, or pushing her. By constantly switching the speed between slow and seductive to fast and friendly, you'll be pushing and pulling her very effectively. Number 3 is proximity. A lot of the times when a girl likes you, she'll put herself in a nearby position to make it easier for you to approach her. This is the law of proximity. In the reverse, when a guy positions his body in a way that's near a girl, that indicates to her that he's interested. The best and most effective way to do this, in my opinion, is to just lean in slightly when you're talking to her, assuming you're facing her. She'll immediately feel that this isn't just a normal conversation between two friends. Leaning in slightly like this and then leaning back out is another great example of push-pull. If you want to make this trick even more effective, combine this with what we just learned about vocal speed. When you lean in, speak slower. Then when you lean back out, talk faster again. This will spike her emotions and make her crazy for you. And the 4th and final item on this list is light touching. When you brush up on a girl, she'll immediately start questioning what your true feelings for her are. But make sure you only touch her in certain areas. Do not, I repeat, do not risk making her feel uncomfortable, especially if you don't know her that well yet. Some safe spots that you can lightly touch her are her forearms, her shoulders, and her legs if she's sitting down. Do not try touching places that are too overly sexual, like the small of her back, her butt, or her hips, unless you know for sure that she's already into you. A good way to lightly touch a girl is to do so while you're saying something, as a way to emphasize a point. That way, it doesn't seem like a big deal. Whereas if you're completely silent and then just randomly touch her in the shoulder, chances are she's gonna think you're a creep. If done correctly, lightly touching her in this innocent kind of way can be a great way to push and pull her. Remember, the key here is to read how comfortable she is with the situation. If you're touching her shoulder and then just leave your hand there, she's gonna feel weirded out. So make sure you break contact frequently with her. So those are 4 great ways to use the push-pull technique through body language rather than words. If you guys have any questions, please comment below and I'll answer anything you guys are confused about. And next week, I'm gonna have a real special video for you guys, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. And as always, peace.